A show with some notable moments. Some were good to great, others involved the Bullet Club. Let's get to them, shall we? I'm John Wrighton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Capital Collision in Washington, D.C. That's right, the long-awaited day of New Japan Pro Wrestling invading our nation's capital has finally come. But New Japan's invasion of our nation's capital is actually a good thing, unlike what Chris Jericho's wife, mother-in-law, and all the other cowards did on January 6, 2021. You know, when they were all upset, they were like, we're just trying to preserve our way of being bigoted and hateful and everything, so let's try to overthrow a legal election because we're all fucking cowards. And I just want to say right now, if you are watching this review and you in any way, shape, or form support any of that bullshit, get the fuck off my goddamn timeline, get the fuck off my channel. You ain't even fucking worthy to call yourself an American. You're a coward just like every single one of them. Now that I'm off my soapbox and I chase all those stupid motherfuckers away, those goddamn pieces of shit, let's talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling. This event actually had some good stuff. It also had some stuff involving the Bullet Club. Too fucking sweet. 20 years from now, they're going to be doing Bullet Club stuff, and it's going to be fucking horseshit. I know there's some people that like Bullet Club, and that's fine. You can like that. I have not liked Bullet Club for a number of years, and there's a reason for that. It's recycled bullshit. That being said, there were some positives. One, the venue seemed pretty goddamn full. Ian Riccaboni was great on commentary. Alex Kozlov has good insight. Unfortunately, I hear Tommy Wiseau from the room every time I hear him talk. I can't unhear it. Carl Fredericks took on Ren Narita. Wild that I got to see these guys at New Japan Strong taping in historic Washington Hall. And the crowd was lively. These two have improved a ton. They've improved dramatically, however you want to say it. There were some hard strikes. Carl was a bit more heelish. There was a nice springboard double stomp. There was a nice cloverleaf variation by Ren Narita. But eventually, even though he hit some good strikes and he got the chokehold on, Carl got the backbreaker and got the Manifest Destiny 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then QT Marshall, along with the Factory, attacks Carl Fredericks because I've been doing that storyline, and that's what we need. QT Marshall involved in New Japan Strong storylines. That's good. Whatever. He's a fine worker. I just don't care. He hit him with the gold watch. Oh, no. So now we move on to the second match. So it's Team Filthy, Tom Lawler, Royce Isaacs, Jor-El Nelson, Danny Limelight, and J.R. Kratos taking on Team Rosser, Team No Days Off, I'm not sure, Fred Rosser, David Finlay, the DKC, Tonga Loa, and Yuya Yamura. Chris Dickinson was supposed to be part of this match, but got removed. If you don't know why, check out Chris Dickinson, find him or find it on Twitter. Just do a search. You'll find out that apparently, there's a reason why they called him Dirty Dickinson. That being said, Team Filthy were the clear heels here. Obviously, they've been building up to Rosser, putting his career on the line to beat Tom Lawler, finally for the Strong Openweight Championship. There's a good pace to this. We did get to Kratos and Loa. That was a nice little spot there. And then we get a springboard DDT, or springing DDT, from Danny Limelight 1, 2, 3. It was fine. I like Danny Limelight, and this was a fine match for what it was. And the aftermath of Lawler, just beating up Rosser because we have to build that up a little bit more. So, Great O'Khan taking on Chase Owens. Huge pop for Great O'Khan, the hero that he is. And Chase Owens was also there. Chase Owens won with a roll-up. Yay! Chase Owens is one half of the used-to-be prestigious IWGP Tag Team Championships, but unfortunately when it's on the human equivalent of NyQuil, it's not really going to be all that good. So, that being said, O'Khan sure got a pop. I was sorry to see him lose. I get why, but seriously, you're giving Chase Owens victories in 2022. Maybe New Japan kind of deserves to struggle a little bit. So, Jonah, Mikey Nichols, Shane Haste, all about that haste, and Bad Dude Tito took on the United Empire. Jeff Cobb, Aaron Hanari, Mark Davis, and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher was dressed like some kind of Egyptian pharaoh from a discount movie, and I couldn't unsee it. A jump start. I do like Hanari, and I wish Hanari was featured a little bit better. Hopefully he will be in the G1 field. Give me Jonah versus Cobb, you cowards. The crowd popped huge for that stuff. That was pretty cool. There was a nice kick exchange between Hanari and Davis. And then we get some kind of just pick up and drop down. It was like the old, it was almost like the old high time that Chronic used to use. And there you go. And Cobb wants Jonah. In the worst way or the best way. I'm not here to kink shame. Brody King entrance. Almost said Brody Lee entrance. Rest in peace, Brody Lee. Kazani Nare got a huge pop. Suzuki really, really enjoyed that, you could tell. Brody King versus Minoru Suzuki. The crowd loves Suzuki. I mean, they were kind of a little bit split, but they obviously love Suzuki more. They can see Brody King on more U.S. shows. Less so on Suzuki, even though he has made more sojourns, easy for me to say, into the U.S. Good stuff. Certainly wasn't dull. It was kept just under 10 minutes. It was hard hitting. There was a chop to the post because that's smart. I've seen Brody do that. I saw him do that at those strong tapings, and that spot echoes like big time. Suzuki focused on, we get chops and chops, we get the gotcha style pile driver countered, we get 3 hard lariats, and then we get the gonzo bomb. I'm amazed that Suzuki's okay. Now, Brody's a safe worker, but good God, that was rough. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Hard hitting, slugfest, didn't overstay its welcome. What was good, but I felt was a little bit too long, was the next match. Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston. The Mad King got a big pop, and Ishii did as well. The crowd was up for this, and we got chops and strikes and more chops. We got a sleeper. We got a few points where they were just trying to anger each other with a volley of repeated strokes at the head. Pop, 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 pop. And then we get a dragon suplex for a 2.99 count. No, the crowd was starting to chant. That was 3. We get a nice back and forth. We get 2 back fists, but Kingston's too tired. We get a vertical drop brainbuster. 1, 2, 3. I guess for 16 minutes, I guess maybe it was fine, considering these two probably aren't going to wrestle again unless they somehow throw Eddie into the G1, which would be something. They're lifting travel restrictions, and if they want to have Eddie have some hard-hitting matches, Eddie versus Jeff Cobb, Eddie versus a few people, yes, please. But it was good. I'm certainly not going to complain about the match. I stand by what I said. Maybe it wasn't too long. Maybe I'm just being too critical. So, that's good. Both guys got applause. And then suddenly we're going to see a video package. Oh no, somebody shows up. Lio Rush is back. This is like the 5th time he's come back from a retirement. I know he's had injuries, and I know he's been burned out and whatever, and he's got other ventures. Fine. You don't need to be coming back, Leo. He talks about various others when he's cleared from, being injured. He's going to come after junior heavyweights like Robbie Eagles, Ishimori, and Hiromu Takahashi. Okay? I give it 3 months before he, quits again. He can do whatever he wants. He's got talent. I don't fucking care about Leo. I don't hate him. I don't hate Lio Rush. I don't think he's worth the fucking trouble that companies go through to bring him in. I just don't. But Lio Rush is back by somewhat unpopular demand. If you're happy Lio Rush is back, let me know in the comments. So, Okada and Rocky Romero took on Jay Whiteo and Hikuleo. Huge pop for Okada, obviously. It was supposed to be Trent, but Trent got the virus. I hope that Trent's going to be okay. I do. I know that sounds like I'm being disingenuous. No, I actually do hope he'll be okay. Leo joins commentary for this and the next match, which I thought meant that he was going to try to do a run-in. No, because he could have run under the bottom rope and not even scraped it. So, the crowd loved Okada. I did make a note that you could actually go make a pizza from scratch during Jay White's matches and not miss shit. Jay has a routine, so do other wrestlers, but to me, Jay's just boring. I find him boring. I know other people don't. That's fine. I'm not saying he's not good. I just find him boring. Eventually, a Blade Runner out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. And then Okada gets laid out. They're going to give Jay White the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, rather, not the U.S. title. We don't need that again. And he's gonna beat Okada for it at Dominion. And I'm going to have a lot less interest after that. I know that's where they're going with it. They're trying to heat up Bullet Club. Here's the fucking problem. It's a smoldering pile of ash. You can't heat up a smoldering pile of ash. I've tried. You can't do it. Bullet Club is essentially dead. It's just dead in the water. Like open water. Except the movie Open Water at least had some potential at some point. It was fine when it was formed. It's a lesser version of the NWO. It's barely as good as NWO 2000 or 2002. Anyway, Tangaloa shows up and tries to get Hikuleo to join him. You don't turn your back on family, and Jay White convinces him, no. No, big man, come over here. Juice has an all dark side. Let's hear it for him. Ospreay makes his entrance. And then Moxley gets a huge pop. And that was cool. He went through the crowd. Tanahashi gets a big pop as well. Tanahashi versus Moxley versus Ospreay versus Juice. Fatal 4-way match for the IWGP US Championship. And Tiger Hattori, the long running referee. I don't think he's running in a while because he's old. And I'm not knocking, but he's old. He presented the championship, and that was cool. He was going to present the championship to the winner. legendary referee, and it was good to see him there. It wasn't dull. It was just a melee from the word go and everything, and Tana and Mox faced off for a bit. The camera missed Ospreay flying. I don't think the camera crew knew what the fuck they were doing. I will say there were less issues on the fight feed. I also did watch this on demand, in case you're wondering why this review is up later. I watched like half of it and then had to go take care of something. That's why you're seeing this review now. Believe me, would have rather stayed and watched the review in hindsight, but nevertheless, let's get on this. It was... I don't know why they took the suplex on the chair or why Mox did. Mox got busted open with the chair in the corner, staring up at the spotlight. And more action all over. We get the cloverleaf. We get a belt in the ring because Juice is just trying to be a dastardly heel. It's not working. It's stupid. I already hate it. And I'm not even like hating it like I want to see him get beat up. Like, yeah, let's just put Bullet Club colors on somebody. That'll instantly make me not give a shit about them. That's really sad to say. The missed table bump. And then high fly flow through the table. Mox gets crashed through the table. And then back to Juice and Ospreay. Ospreay almost has the victory, but then gets hit with a low blow. Why Juice put the ref out of position in a four-way match where they've already used chairs and tables and whatever, I have no idea. He wasn't going to disqualify him for it, but he did that, and then a rack bomb type thing, wherever the fuck it is. 1, 2, 3. But Will's foot was under the ropes, and now it's a conspiracy because we need to hear Will fucking Ospreay complain about shit. He probably should come through with some stuff that he promises to the fans. If you know, you know. And then Juice is mocking Ospreay, Moxpreay as it were, and trying to act all big and bad. Yay, Bullet Club's still here. Fuck. The event was fine. I'm glad I plunked down my $20. We'll see how Forbidden Door is in about 6 weeks. Are you excited for Forbidden Door? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.